There are some bones here.
Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you're just tuning in, let me catch you up. In the last episode, if you missed it, I left on a trip without Tyson to northern Nevada where I stopped at Cathedral Gorge to admire the beautiful cliffs and explore the majestic slack canyons before making my way up towards my next destination. Last night, I made my way to the Sacramento Pass campground in the dark and had an okay night without my little travel buddy. And today, I'm very excited to take you all along with me while I go explore the Great Basin National Park. It's sure to be quite an adventure, but first things first, coffee. Whoop. Yeah, burnt my lip. Hot. Okay, friends, I just got done at the visitor center. It's really cool going into those places because you get to learn a lot of different information, including like the history of the area. So I learned about the settlers and, you know, the people that used to live here throughout the years. And I also learned about the changing landscape over the years. Basically, this whole park is kind of like a random mountainous region in the middle of the desert. The visitor center is actually located just outside of the park in Baker, Nevada. And so this part is still like the desert section, so it's a little hot, although cooler than Las Vegas. But yeah, once I start climbing up, it will get cooler. At the Great Basin National Park, there is the second highest peak here in Nevada called Wheeler Peak. And then another known attraction here is the Leman Cave. Usually you have to like go online and reserve tickets to go there, but when I was talking to the very helpful gentleman inside the visitor center, they told me that they're doing like walk-up tours right now. So I'm gonna try to get over there to see if I can't sneak in. So there are two different walk-up tours. There's a 30-minute one and a 60-minute one. To do the 30-minute one, it's only $8. The 60-minute one is $12. Because it's not super busy today, I was able to get a ticket, and in about a half hour, I'm gonna go on the shorter tour. So here's a map of the Leman Caves. And then down here, they made a 3D model of it. Basically, these talk about how the Leman Caves were formed. Real interesting stuff. For instance, the rock that contains the Leman Caves developed around 515 million years ago. Whoa. Okay, so for context, here's the entrance of the tunnel, right? This is where I am, where the visitor center currently is. The 30-minute tour takes us through this path and then goes into the Gothic Palace. That's all I'm going to. But I think the 60-minute tour starts from here all the way here, and I'm pretty sure if I heard right, they go all the way to the Grand Palace. Shall we enter? Oops, sorry. Ooh. Walking through the caves. Oh, hello. Sorry. Ta-da! Here are some of the things we can expect to find inside the cave, including something I can't pronounce, some crickets, and possibly scorpions. Oh no! So I was talking to the ranger about what I can expect inside the cave. I thought I'd share that with you guys, so if you guys ever come to visit, you know what to expect as well. You can't bring in, oh sorry, by the way, this is just apple soda. It's non-alcoholic. I got it at the cafe, just letting you guys know I'm not walking around with a beer. Anywho, as I was saying, you can't bring backpacks or food or drink inside the cave, so I better drink this before I go in. You can bring flashlights, you can bring cameras, you can take photos, etc., etc. So that is important to note because I did have my backpack on me when I walked in, so I gotta go bring that back out to the car. It's about 1:10. They want me to be there about 15 minutes before it starts so we can meet with the ranger and, I don't know, get ready. I'm here in my car. I was waiting for a bit so that I could leave my backpack here, get my camera things situated, and to grab a jacket because the caves are a little bit cold right now. They told me that inside the cave it was around like 55 degrees in there, so I think I'm just about ready. Got my handy dandy headlight ready.
Up and over, and then up at that door right there. Yes.
Oh, it feels good in here. Slippery. I am slipping. That was so cool. It was absolutely fascinating, and it wasn't so bad, so it didn't tickle my claustrophobia that bad. I guess like most of this cave is fairly flat, so it doesn't involve a lot of climbing or anything, at least not the first part. Who knows what happens when you get deeper in. I didn't take the longer tour, so I don't know how. But I think the guide told me that it's fairly flat for most of it, so it is very accessible. Now that I'm done with the cave tour, I'm gonna go on the scenic drive and then try to find one of the hiking trails that the ranger had recommended to me. Although I think I'm gonna try to find maybe like a picnic area to have a quick lunch before I go on a hike. I'm over here at the Mather Overlook. It's really funny that currently this is like a desert landscape right now because much of the last 2 million years, if you were standing here at the Mather Overlook, you would have been looking at a big icy landscape. Evidently, there was a glacier here, and you would have been looking at a river of ice, basically. And over time, the glaciers expanded and shrank many times in the Snake Range during the cooler and wetter times. The glacier transported large amounts of the rock and then deposited it as lateral moraines along the sides and terminal moraines at the end of the glacier. So as a result, as it expanded and shrank, the glaciers carved out deep rounded bowls called cirques. The two lakes that can be found in this cirque is the Stella and Teresa lakes. Neat, huh? Wow. This is so exciting. I get to see fall in the middle of a desert landscape. I'm so excited. I'm guessing this whole valley is the cirque, and probably the glacier was all along here. Ooh. I'm currently at 9,000 feet elevation. I wish I could capture it on camera, but it doesn't really do it justice for how magnificent it is up here. Look at all these trees, all different colors. I love it. So pretty. Now we've got some reds coming in. Wow. All right, so the people at the visitor center informed me that they're doing construction at the parking lot that's up when you drive up to Wheeler Peak. So that's closed off. So in order to kind of get there, you sort of have to hike in. I think there's a semi-okay hike that I can take in. I'm not entirely sure. Let's go check it out and see what I can do. Okay, so this is where I currently am. I'm at the Wheeler Peak Overlook. This red line is the scenic drive. I can keep going until I get as close as I can. I think this parking lot is no good, but I think I can go to that parking lot, and then there's a hike that'll take me to Stella Cake up on Wheeler Peak. I'm currently at 10,000 feet elevation, so we're gonna go a little slow. All right, here's the trail that I'm probably gonna take. Is the Stella Lake one. It's only 2.6 miles. So where am I? I am right here right now, and I am going to attempt probably this one to head that way. I think I'm gonna start on the Wheeler Peak Summit Trail because I believe it eventually connects to the trail that takes me to Stella Lake. Because otherwise the other one, so the road's right here, you just walk on the road a bit until you get to the beginning of that trail. And I figure might as well take a cool part of the Wheeler Peak Trail so I can pretend that I'm hiking up to the top of the peak. Probably better to start that kind of hike early in the morning if you're able to. I am not able to. Somehow, I didn't realize this trail would be so rocky. And I have a terrible habit of not picking up my feet when I walk, so I keep tripping over a bunch of rocks. Oh, I got to a clearing that finally the trees aren't in the way and you can kind of get a better view of the mountain ranges. How gorgeous! Okay, so despite this trail being a little tough, totally worth coming this way. Look, I came across some deer. I passed someone who told me there was a buck up here somewhere, but I don't see him right now, so I'm guessing he disappeared into the trees somewhere. That was super cool. I literally just rounded the corner and it was like, boom, right there. Oh, they're running around. They're running around. Oh, they're playing. I did not expect to see that. Anyway, I'm off to see the lake, hopefully. They're kind of inching closer and closer to the trail. I have to go back that way eventually, so I hope they're not on the trail when I come back because I would like to follow the leave no trace policy and leave the wildlife alone because it's kind of unpredictable. It's so quiet up here right now, and so far I've only seen like a handful of people, but right now I've been on this trail a little bit by myself, so when I ran into those deer, it was super cool that I got to see them. I basically get that whole view by myself, and then when I kept walking and rounded another corner, ran into two more deer just minding their own business. But now I have this unrealistic fear that I'm going to run into the buck on the trail now, and that he's gonna be all like, "What are you doing here? Why are you in my house?" And then he's gonna impale me. Probably a little unreasonable, sure. But does anyone ever have intrusive thoughts? Guys, I made it finally. So we're going to the Stella Lake, and then I think you can continue on to the Wheeler Peak, but I'm not doing that. I made it. Whoa! Oh, that feels good. Oh, that's cold. Woo! Yeah, it's extremely cold. It's uneven ground here. I keep tripping. I wish I could spend more time here. I love lakes and stuff. I'd just sit back, relax, dip my toe in the water. I'm not so afraid of cold water, you know. But it's getting kind of late and I want to make sure that I get back so that I can try to find camp before it gets too dark. I'm going to see if any of the campgrounds up here are available. If not, I can go back to the other campground I was at earlier this morning. Okay, I found a spot. But check out this awesome view of the mountains. Okay, unbeknownst to me, there are some bones here. I don't know what kind of bones these are. From what animal? That's a little frightening. Here's a different view of it. It's so gruesome, but also kind of cool. Anybody know what these are? There's lots of open land, open spots here with their own fire pits. I can't believe I'm the only one here. All right, since it's too dark and scary to cook outside, I am going to cook inside the car using my Joule again. This thing is literally the best thing ever. I'm going to attempt, so I've got one of these instant meals. This is risotto, and all you need to do is boil it in some water. Pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing exciting at all, but this is all I really need, right? Oh gosh, I can stop. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's see if this will work. It's almost ready. Just a little bit longer. Hiya! All right, good night. Is that a chicken? Did I just see a chicken cross the road? Wait. Blech.
Ow.
Ow. Ow. Oh. Ow. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm too old to be sitting on these rocks. That was hard.